You guys are really overthinking it. It's really not that hard. All it is just to do it. Just get started. Stop with all the questions. Stop with all the analyzing. Stop with all the overthinking. I'm telling you, it's really as simple as just start. That's all you need to do is just start. So if you've been thinking about, if you've been wanting to start your YouTube channel for 2025 or literally for 2024 and you haven't done it already, stick around for today's video because you're gonna be in for a treat. I'm gonna tell you everything that you need to know to get started, how to get up and running, all the tools and essential things that you think you need, all the things that you don't need to be worrying about, so that way you can go ahead and start that YouTube channel. So if this is the video that you've been waiting for, if you have been desiring to get your content out there to start your own platform, you've come to the right video. Let's go ahead and get those channels popping for 2025. Welcome to my channel. For those who know me and for those who don't, I'm your girl Katrina, and I am going to tell you today, quite simple, everything that you need to know about getting started on YouTube. And everything that you see me doing today is definitely not how I started. Basically, all you gotta do is just start. Pick up a camera, press record, but there's still a few things that you need to consider before that. So you might be thinking to yourself that there are too many people on YouTube and there's probably no room for you and your content. On the contrary, there is. As long as you know why you want to start YouTube, as long as you know your style, your niche, there is room for you. Trust. First off, why do you want to start YouTube? What is your reason why? What's your motive behind it? What's your incentive? Do you have a product or service that you want to promote? Or do you just want to have a vlog style type of channel? Do you want to do comedic type? What is it that's going to make your channel different, separate, and set apart from everyone else's? Although YouTube is saturated, there is room for everyone. Channels are popping up every day and doing exceptionally well. So you do need to know why you want to get started in the first place. So if your motivating factor is only to get monetized, only to get money, that might not come right away. You literally could be in for the short haul or you could be in for the long haul. You do not know how long it's going to take you for your channel to get monetized. And we'll talk about what it means to get monetized a little later on. But you have to be aware that YouTube is typically not an overnight success. And it's also going to depend on the type of content you put out, your personality, your style, how people are vibing with you, and if you are consistent, that's going to make your channel grow even the more. All right, so those are things to consider. So first, again, know your why. Now, I can't tell you what to do. I cannot change your reasons, but if money is your leading factor, then maybe you should reconsider or just, maybe think, all right, what if that doesn't pan out the way I want? Just being realistic. But on the other hand, your YouTube channel could blow up and it could take off. So just in case if your business does become a raging success, goes viral, you want to set it up out the gate from the start like a business. Getting you an LLC, making sure you have separate bank accounts, making sure you have a business name. You want to make sure everything is legalized and in order just in case if your YouTube channel does grow up and you are in it for the long haul. But again, what is your reason why? What factors? Do you want to grow your business, get brand awareness? Do you want to have educational videos, comedic videos? Whatever your style is, whatever your content is, make sure you know that beforehand. You want to make sure it's something that you feel good about. You want to make sure it's something that you can talk about extensively, not just one video. You're going to have ongoing videos. You're going to have follow-up videos. You're going to have to make sure that this is something, whatever niche you decide to choose, make sure that you have a vast knowledge, because again, you're going to be educating, you're going to be talking about it, you're going to be demonstrating, depending upon your niche, whether it's a cooking channel, whether it's a business, whether you're vlogging, you still got to know it so that way you can talk to people, because if they're going to be watching you for advice or education or even for comedy, you got to be funny. You got to know what you're talking about. In short, you have to be able to hold your viewers' attention. So know your reason why, know your style, and know your vibe. What is your vibe that you're going to be putting out? Because people are going to be attracted to who you are, your personality. Please don't get on here and be dull and boring. Make sure that your personality shines too. Not everyone is camera ready or camera friendly. So you might need to practice in the mirror. You might need to practice smiling. Talk with a smile. It makes a difference. I'm telling you. People have told me when they call me on the phone, I can hear you smiling through the phone. You know there's a difference when you are mad, upset, and you're angry, or you have a facial facial expression, I'm not going to say it on camera, people can pick up on it and people can sense it and hear it in your voice. So the same way with YouTube, people are going to want to be around and attract and follow people who are friendly, who are approachable, and who have a great personality. So if you know that ain't you, like maybe you need a no-face content channel, and those are options as well. Those do extremely well. So just know yourself, be honest with yourself, and know, like, am I a person that people are really going to gravitate towards? Ask yourself right now, am I a person that people are going to gravitate towards? Only you can answer that. So just know that there are so many type of styles and possibilities to starting a YouTube channel. You can do tutorials, you can do get ready with me, you can do vlogs, you can do comedic, you can do hands-on training, you can do coaching. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So know your style, know your vibe, and have a personality. And those are your first steps. Once you know that, then you need to come up with 25 to 50 content ideas for videos. So get a book, get a pen and a paper, jot down titles, jot down some examples of what type of videos you want to put out. You need to have some type of plan going into this, because you don't want to post your first video and then you have nothing else planned and then you don't post for 2 to 3 weeks. That's not how you start. So once you choose your niche, once you choose your style, write down some topic ideas. Is this something, so that way you can test yourself, is this something that I'll be able to put out on a weekly basis? And let's talk about that, because some people think by putting out a YouTube channel, it's okay to post once a month. No, you should be posting at least once a week. When I first started out, I was really trying to post at least 3 times a week. The more videos you do put out, the faster you will grow. You can either do this in long form or you can do it in short form. Please don't stress yourself out about how long the content should be. There is no time frame. There's no right or wrong. You can do short forms, and short forms is up to 3 minutes, but it does take longer to grow and monetize shorts because they are shorts. So long form is a faster way to get monetized and get people, you know, really into your videos and getting to know you. That's how people really get to know you, by your long form content. But if you're just starting out and you don't have 100 ideas, I would say break them videos up into like 5, 10, 20-minute videos, so that way you can have more content. Part 1, part 2, follow, you know what I'm saying? You gotta spread it out. Do what you gotta do to get started, all right? So make sure you have your content ideas, and make sure you have something that will keep you going for at least 3 months down the line. At least 3 months. And then your audience is gonna help you decide. Once you start building your platform, once you start gaining momentum and getting some viewers, if you have a video that does extremely well, you get a lot of engagement, you want to do a follow-up video, you want to stay on that topic. You can even ask your followers, like, what else do you want to see from me? So things like that will help you to continue and come up with new ideas as well. So if you did one video on a work with me behind the scenes and it did extremely well, you got a lot of engagement, people liked what you were doing, but then you did a get ready with me video and people were not interested, you think I'm gonna do another get ready with me video? No, I'm gonna keep doing behind the scenes or more type of content around that style. So stick with what's doing good and keep going from there. Now all your videos should have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Take your viewers on a journey no matter what it is. So make sure you're telling a story, make sure you're painting a picture. People love visualization, so that's going to keep your viewers entertained. So now let's talk about aesthetics. Let's talk about things that you're gonna need to get you up and rolling. What are you gonna record with? Where are you gonna record? A lot of people, the number one thing I hear or that holds people back is because they say, I don't have the space. I don't have a nice background. I have just a small apartment. I don't even know where to record. So the nice slat wall that you see behind me with, you know, the little sign, all this stuff, I didn't always have that. I started out in my spare bedroom right when I was homeschooling my son. No backdrop. Literally go take a look at my first video. I was putting up a table. There was nothing. I was just excited to get started. And even though it's cringy now, I'm just glad I wasn't really into all that back then. I didn't know what I know now. But if I was starting a YouTube channel today and I didn't have the space that I have, I would just find a nice quiet corner in my house, put up a sheet, put up a backdrop. You can get paper backdrops, you can get cloth backdrops, you can just get a nice little desk, a white wall. It does not matter. You do not have to be aesthetically pleasing to get started on your business. Again, this is your business. It doesn't matter what people think, because you can also take them on a journey as you grow your business, as you rearrange or decorate your space. That's a content idea, okay? So according to the social media aesthetic standards or social media police, everything doesn't have to be aesthetically pleasing. You have to start where you are. You have to start and use what you have. Stop looking at everybody else, because if you always do that and compare, you'll never get to where you want to be. And make what you got work, all right? Turn your lemons into lemonade. So literally, I had this built. You can DIY your own I literally DIY'd this, okay? This wasn't bought, this was put together with just little slats. But again, get you a nice little desk, get you a nice little space, get you a nice little bookshelf. You can buy things secondhand on Marketplace. Does not matter. As long as you find a nice quiet space with nice lighting, you are good to go. All right, so make it work. And you can even pull up Pinterest ideas on small workspace or backdrop ideas. There's so many different ideas. You can find people designing spaces on Pinterest, on TikTok, on IG. Listen, if you want to do this, throw away all the excuses. Throw away all the excuses. Get you a nice ring light and call it a day. Make sure that you just don't have a window behind you, because it'll make your shots darker. Make sure if you are somewhere with the window, that the window is facing you. So that way, in case if you don't have a ring light, you want to make sure that your shots and your scenes, everything is well lit. Now, if you're vlogging on the go, then you don't have to worry about backdrops. So the backdrops are only if you're going to be stationary, if you're going to be working. And if you are working down and not showing your face at all, if you're working down with your hands, just make sure you have a nice bottom backdrop. You can get boards from Hobby Lobby, you can get boards from Home Depot, Lowe's. You can paint your surface. Whatever you have to do, just make it work. Where there's a will, there's a way. So trust me when I say people will not care more about your aesthetics, your background, what it looks like, versus what you're talking about. Make sure you're giving people something of value, and they'll care about that a lot more. So if you get on here with a bomb backdrop and you rambling and you don't know what you're talking about, or you're not giving anything of value, it was just a waste. All right, so make sure that whatever you're talking about is more important than the backdrop. And then again, grow your backdrop, change it over time, and use that as content ideas as well. All right, so the next thing I know people are gonna wanna know is, what do you shoot with? All right, I wanna start a YouTube channel, but what camera do I use? Let me just let y'all know right now, you do not need some big, hunky, expensive camera, interchangeable lenses. It's heavy to carry around. Now, if you want to, by all means, especially if you're gonna just be doing sitting down, talking videos, you might wanna get, an expensive camera, but you don't need it. So I'm not gonna even say what this is. This was my Sony mirrorless, but I used to be a photographer, so that's the only reason why I have this camera. Today, all you need is something simple a vlogging camera will do. Better yet, if you don't even have the budget for a vlogging camera, and I'll go over the ones I have, is just use your phone. Literally just use your phone. That's what I had. That's what I started out with, and I didn't even have an iPhone at that. I had an Android, and I made it work. So use your phone if you have a great quality camera, especially if you have an iPhone. And listen, just get started. Just pick up and press record. Just record yourself, okay? But if you do want to invest in a nice, good quality camera, there are a few out there, and there are some that are dedicated specifically to content creators. So you have a plethora of choices. But my number one all-time favorite right now is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This baby is a beast. It's a beauty. And you can get the creator bundle where it comes with the extra battery. You have like your little tripod stand. It can record up to 4K. It can record vertical and horizontal, and it automatically downloads directly to your phone. There's so many different accessories and gadgets where it can clip on. It's just amazing. And especially if you are on the go. Especially if you are on the go. It does tracking, it's self-facing, it comes with the mic, has a little bag. Now I got the content creator bundle, but it has like a little mic to go with it. The sound, the quality, the pictures is just impeccable. So this would be my first choice because it's nice, it's sleek, especially if you are a new content creator and you're kind of hesitant. It's recording me this whole time because I have it on automatic. But especially if you are kind of hesitant about recording out in public. So if you are doing vlog style content, this baby is awesome. And it's like so discreet. It's so discreet. Now I have the extended battery on it. But you can make it even shorter by putting the smaller piece on it. It can be self-stand. It can stick to walls. Listen, check out the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. You won't go wrong with this camera. All right. This is just a really nice, sleek camera. I don't even know what I was waiting for all my life, but this is the best vlogging camera there is right now in the market. Okay, there's action cameras and stuff as well. If you're going to be doing a channel with action, there's the action camera as well. I can't think of the name of it. I'm recording right now on the Sony ZV-1. It is an awesome camera, has the flip out screen, and of course you can put it on. It does come with the creator bundle with its own selfie stick, but I did purchase my own tripod selfie stick, which was, you know, just a little better for me. I like a long of a handle to a grip. I have like the Ulanzi release and clip go. They're like really fast, so you just clip them on. So I click it onto my tripod, then I click it onto here if I'm using this. But now I don't even use that when I'm out. I only use it when I'm doing my sitting down or recording at home. When I'm out on the go, I only use my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 now. So they do have a Nikon version to this one as well. I'll link that one down below. So when I first started my YouTube channel, again, I only used my cell phone, and then I upgraded to my Sony ZV-1. So if you don't want the Sony one, you can use the Nikon version, and you can just see which one is in your budget and which one you like the best. And always look up and check reviews as well. Don't take my word for it. But these are awesome cameras that I know a lot of vloggers use, a lot of content creators use, and they've never failed me. Now moving on to mics, because you do need quality sound. We gotta make sure that the people can hear you. So when I'm in my office, when I'm doing my sit down videos, I am using my Blue Yeti. There are so many different mics. So many different mics. So if you're going to be doing talking videos, voiceovers, or anything like that, you might want to consider this. It's really nice, has a nice crisp sound, and it's inexpensive. If you're out on the go, if you're vlogging, I use the DJI remote wireless transmitters. I love these bad boys. They plug in your phone. They can go with your camera. Well, depending upon what you're using. This one has 2 transmitters, so if you are going to be doing like interviews with someone, you have 2 transmitters. They're wireless, no lavaliers, no cords or anything, and they last a hell of a long time, really long time. This one is like around 2 something. Comes with the transmitter. It goes right into your phone, goes right into your camera, and I use this one particularly for all of my editing when I'm doing voiceovers or anything like that. This is the mic I'm using. If I'm out on the go and I know I'm going to be talking and moving around, if I'm a great distance from my camera, I use this as well if I'm using my phone. But if I'm using this, my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, it comes with same type of mic. It comes with one. But if I am doing something where I'm recording more than one person, myself and someone else, then I can still hook up this one. So now there are other cheaper options by far. This was definitely an investment for me, and I know I wanted a good quality mic. So this is what I used, but they do have the lavalier mics as well. And again, I'll link some of those down below in the description box. And you just want to make sure that when you are using your mics, I do have one that's on my camera, the Rode mic. You want to make sure you're using a dead cat, especially if you're outside, because it buffers the wind, it blocks out the wind. So you'll definitely see a difference if you're recording on a windy day, if you don't have your little dead cat on. But this is the dead cat that you want to put on it that will come with that one, so that way it'll block out the wind if you are recording outside. Now they have so many other things that you can record with, or that will make recording so much easier. They have this 360 little device, I can't think what it's called, but if you're moving around a lot and you want to be recorded, you can put this on here. Now this is not charged, and once your phone is on here, this is charged, it will literally like track you. I know you guys must have seen it on TikTok or Instagram. So you can get things like this. You can mount this on a tripod as well if you need it to be taller or higher, or you can just like sit it on a table or a desk. And it will, especially if you're doing like cooking videos or work with me videos and you're using your phone, this can track you. So you might want to consider something like this just to make your workflow a lot easier, your recording content easier. There's so many different things that will help you. Or you can get a device because this can track you as well. Just saying. A regular camera can't do that, all right? But if you get these little extensions or accessories to phones or this type of camera, it can track you if you are moving, all right? Now you want to get, of course, tripods, selfie sticks, whatever it is that's going to make your life easier. Tripods will help you record outside. There's so many types. I can't even begin to get into it. You're going to have to do your research to see which one is the best for you, what features you like. This one is like an AI tracking one as well. It's really long. I got this one off the TikTok shop, and you know, TikTok be having you in your bag. So this one is really nice. Has, you know, like the extension. Comes in like white or black, opens up. So I like tripods that have a lot of height to it, and I like tripods that that are like really versatile, that can compact and be small for when I'm traveling. Put it in my bag. This folds all the way down. It does come with a remote. It came with the light, and again, this does track. So I like things that if I'm moving, as long as they charge, because sometimes I be forgetting to charge stuff, as long as it can track me, because I don't always have people to record for me. There's no camera man. You know, you are your cameraman. You are the person that's, when you first start out, you're editing, you're recording, you're doing all the things. So little gadgets that will help you just make your workflow a lot easier. You might have to, you know, have a little learning curve to it, but they're really, really easy and simple to use. And pretty much there's a tutorial for pretty much everything, okay? So I got this from the TikTok shop, but I'm pretty sure you can find it on Amazon. And again, I'll have everything that I can linked down below in the description box. You can always just get a regular selfie stick. You can get a regular tripod. I'll have the ones that I use. I'm using the Ulanzi tripod right now, heavy duty one inside of my home. I don't take this one out. So my bigger ones are for my bigger cameras that stay stationary, but then I have lighter ones when I'm out on the go. You just want to make sure you get something that is comfortable, that you can hold in your hand, that's lightweight, especially if you're out traveling, vlogging. You just want to get something that feels good to you, that, you know, you can extend your arm, you can go up, go down, whatever it is, and that can like pretty much fit in your bag or fit in your pocket. So now when it comes to editing, I know a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, that's the one thing I don't know how to do. How am I going to edit? There are plenty of editing tutorials. That's how I learned. When I first started YouTube, I did not know everything I know today. Again, we all have to start from somewhere. So I don't use any of those fancy smancy high, you know, recording editing apps. I started out, I was like, I don't need all of that. So there are plenty of editing softwares like Final Cut Pro, DaVinci. There's a few of them. I've tried a few of them, and I just went with LumaFusion. Now that's something that you have to have iOS device for. You have to have a tablet. It's not even on a Mac. You have to have it on an iOS device, a phone, or an iPad. I love it. It's so simple. It's so easy. It has so many features. So that's what I use, LumaFusion. When it comes to short form content, I use CapCut. CapCut is the best. That's what I love. It has so many features, even if you don't have the pro version, all right? I do have the pro version, but I use CapCut pretty much. You can use InShot, you can use iMovie. I mean, there's so many different apps. Trust me and believe. Just look up on TikTok or look up on Instagram, or just either go to your app store and look up editing apps. If there's any of them that you have to pay for, like the Final Cut Pro or DaVinci or anything like that, just go ahead and use the free trial, so that way you can practice to see if that software is for you. Some of them are a lot more extensive than others. Some of them do have a more of a learning curve. So take advantage of the trial free period, so that way you can see. Make sure you create a video, create some content, and see if you can learn how to edit using that app, using that software. If you can't figure it out, and I mean take more than just an hour, really try to edit your videos, because when it comes to editing YouTube videos, great quality YouTube videos, it's gonna take you some time in the beginning. Don't get discouraged. I was editing videos 2, 3, 4 hours in the beginning. The more you practice over time, you will get faster and faster, okay? But it all depends on you choosing the right editing software. So in today's video, I'm not gonna go into how to technically set up your YouTube channel. If you want, I can do that in a separate video, but there are other videos out there. But you do wanna make sure that you have a business email, you wanna set up a Gmail account, you wanna make sure that you have a good channel name, something that's catchy, something that's simple, because it's going to be your channel name. You want to make sure, just in case of down the line, this is your business and you get brand deals or something.
You want to make sure it's not something crazy.
Now you can change it over time. You want to make sure you pick a name that is pretty much the essence of who you are, what your channel is about. But you want to pick something that's going to be professional, that's going to represent who you are as a person or your brand. Then you want to make sure you're picking a name handle, a channel handle. That's going to be like your @ when you respond to people. So your channel name is going to be what people see or what you give people when they actually come to your channel, Katrina's Graceful Creations. But when you respond to people in the comments or when they want to tag you or something, your @ handle is going to be a different name, okay? So just make sure, and it has to be something that no one else has. You'll see when you go to set up your channel and pick your name, once you type it in, it'll give you a green check or it won't. So if that name has already been picked, then you can't pick it. There's only one channel name, one name handle per person per YouTube channel. So make sure you pick it really well. And then you just want to go ahead and create you a nice channel banner. You can do this right inside of Canva. That's where I make mine. You can get your template right off of Canva or off of Google. You want to make sure that you're making sure all your important information is right in the middle, because it is going to show up differently on a computer versus a TV screen versus mobile. So when you do make your channel banner, they'll have like little guidelines, margins. Make sure you're putting everything in the guidelines within those margins, so that way people can see your content, your channel banner, everything that you have, created. Make sure that they can view it on no matter what they're watching it on. So now when you just create your channel banner, just make sure it represents who you are. Make sure it represents your brand, your colors, put some photos up there, get a nice font. You don't have to wreck your brain trying to create a channel banner. You can outsource it, have someone do it for you, but it's really, really simple. So just go on Canva, create you a nice aesthetically pleasing banner with some photos, your name. You do not have to put your times, your days when you're going to post, because you might not know that already, and no one looks at that. To be honest, that was back in the day. I never had that up. All I have is my channel name, my photos. I have like my Instagram name, my YouTube name, different things like that, and that is it. All right, so it's really easy, really simple, and just have fun with it. But the most important thing is going to be those thumbnails. Now I know you guys have heard about thumbnails, and you're probably saying, I don't know how to design thumbnails. Thumbnails can be tricky, can be hard, but you want to find a style that suits you. You want your thumbnails to pop. It's going to be the first thing that people look at, the first thing that people see. Think of every time you clicked on a video, the ones that you didn't click on because the thumbnail just wasn't speaking to you. So you want your thumbnail to be eye-catching. You want to make sure you have a nice bold font. It's big enough so that way people can read it, whether or not, because most time people are scrolling on their phone, and that thumbnail is really small. So you want to make sure you don't have no small tiny font where people cannot read it. All right, so make sure you're picking a font that stands out. You make sure you have vivid colors, and make sure if you're taking a picture that it is nice and vivid, it's expressive, it's creative, and it's gonna make people want to say, what is this video about, and click. Okay, so a lot of time when we're recording content, we forget about the thumbnail. I know I forget a lot of time, and at the end, after you've created this nice, awesome, bomb video that you want people to watch and you want people to engage with, then you don't have a thumbnail. So always remember to take a thumbnail picture. If you can, if you know upfront what your video is going to be about, which you should, what you're recording about, try to take a picture that explains the video. If you have a video where you say, oh, today I'm sad, I'm beat, I'm worn out, you might want to take a picture of yourself looking I'm beat and worn out. Trust me, you're gonna have to act out some things or some facial expression. You've seen the pictures where people are like, wow, or whatever it is, because they want to get you excited, they want to get you intrigued, and they want you to click on the video. The thumbnail is going to be the first impression, okay? So your thumbnails are very important. Pick your colors, stick with it. Pick your style, stick with it. Pick a font, stick with it. Why, you might ask? Because that way people can know your channel by your style of thumbnail. So if you have your recommended videos on the side, people will automatically recognize your video by your thumbnail. So if I don't tell you anything else, remember to take a thumbnail photo always for every YouTube video that you create. And if you don't, if by chance, because it happens, if you forget, then you're gonna try to want to take a screenshot of something in the video. And sometimes it might not always work. It might not always fit. Last thing you want is for you to get out of your clothes and get relaxed, and the next after you done edited, and then you don't have a thumbnail photo. So always try to remember it beforehand. Take advantage of the real estate on YouTube. Title your thumbnail something and then title your description something else. You got 2 chances to catch people's attention. Most thumbnails, you want to have it short. You want it to be short, sweet, catchy. You want people to think like, wow, what is that video about? But then you can put the full title in the actual title of the video. You don't want to put on the thumbnail and in the title of the video the exact same wording. No, you have 2 chances for people to look at your title and your thumbnail and to click on the video. So make sure you switch it up, change it up, and you just add a little bit of contrast from the title of the thumbnail to the title of the video. So the 3 most important things, if I don't tell you anything else about starting a YouTube channel, is you want people to click on your video, you want people to watch your video all the way through, not just the first few seconds, and you want them to stay. So now how do we get people to click on our videos? Of course, by engaging thumbnails, right? The thumbnail is going to be the hook. You're going to get them in by your thumbnail, right? Once you get them to click on the video, then you want them to watch the video. So what do you have to do to get them to watch the video? The first 30 seconds of the video is like prime real estate. Everyone wants the prime time. So that prime time, you got to make it count. The first 30 seconds of your video, you need to be explaining what the video is about. You need to be hooking them in. You need to be drawing them in, and you need to be making sure that they're like, wow, okay, I got to watch this video. Now, how do you do that, you ask? There's a method to the madness. There's some rhymes to the reasons, and there's definitely some tricks to the trades, okay? So when you do call outs, you want to be calling out people. Your call outs have to resonate with your viewers. It has to be something that they're interested in. It has to be something they're like, oh, okay, she talking to me. Oh, this video is for me. That's what you want them to feel. So call out, be like, now you've been sitting at your computer, you've been laying in your bed, you have been watching everyone else on YouTube, and you've been wanting to start that YouTube channel. What are you waiting for? Today is your day to get started. So in today's video, I'm going to motivate you, and I'm going to show you how you can get your YouTube channel started. Get up off the bed and let's get going. Pick up your camera, like whatever you have to do. Get them hype in the beginning of the video to make them be like,
oh, okay, like she calling me out.
ooh. That's one way to do it, right? That's one method. So you can also ask questions. If your channel is about starting a business or giving financial advice, so now this is literally off the top of my head, nothing written down, but you can ask questions if you're trying to give financial advice, or if you have a money channel or whatever it is. So you want to learn how to make $1,000 a week. I can show you how in today's video, how we can make $1,000 a week right from home. Stay tuned and I'll show you how. Something simple, all right? But a little bit more flair to it. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. So you can do call outs, you can ask questions, or you can even give results. You can even give results. So let's just say, boom, this mug. So if I'm using this mug for an example, right? If this is like a high value product, if it's something that people really been wanting to know how to make, think of something that's viral that a lot of people want to know how to do. You can literally show the results right in the beginning. But let's just say this is a viral product that, you know, a lot of people have been interested in, and you could be one of the first ones to do a video on it. So you want to finally know how to make this viral cup, right? This viral bling mug. Oh yes, today I'm gonna show you how. Stick around for today's video because I'm gonna give you all the tricks of the trades. I'm gonna give you all the tips, and I'm gonna tell you what no one else is telling you. So this is the video for you. You've come to the right place. Let's go. Something easy and simple, all right? Call outs, questions, highlights, results, whatever it is. And there's so many other examples as well. The main point is you gotta hook them in the first 30 seconds because who knows how much of the video they're gonna watch. So if you got them in the first 30 seconds, you got them in the bag, okay? All right, so that's what it's all about. Clicking, watching, staying, and making sure they're subscribing. Now those are the 3 most important things, but at the end you also want to do call to actions, and you want to keep them watching, right? Keep them watching. So you want to add an outro to your video. All right, I know a lot of people are doing intros. Please don't start. I'm getting away from that. I'm learning as I'm growing as well. I'm learning as I'm growing. So if you notice, I typically never start my video out with the intro anymore. I'll put it after. It's after the first 30 seconds, okay? You can also do things I've done, but I do it more so like on my travel channel, like find the most important clips. You can find the most important clips, the most funniest parts of your clip, or you can find something that you know people are gonna be like, oh, what happened next? And put those to the front of the video, like a little mini trailer. Clip, clip, clip. Like 3 or 4 shots of something that happens in the video so that stands out, that pops, that you know people are gonna wanna watch that part. Because sometimes the best part of your video might be towards the end, but you wanna put it towards the beginning so that way people will know, oh, that's in the video? All right, I gotta watch it. So you wanna make sure you add an outro as well that will have a video connected to it so that way they can keep watching, all right? Or you can call out and be like, so stay tuned, be sure to watch this next video if you want more information. So all these little tips and tricks of the trade that you will learn as you go over time will help your channel to grow and grow faster and keep people watching. So that way you can get people to subscribe, because at the end of the day, we do want to get monetized, all right? So all these things with more viewers will help you to get monetized faster. So if you really want to be on YouTube and you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that editing just isn't for you, you got everything else locked. Like, you know, you got the personality, you know you can record, you know you have the gear, you have the lighting, but the only thing that you're missing is like, I just cannot edit. You can always outsource that. You don't have to do it yourself. So you can look on Upwork and you can find someone, record a few minutes of content and send that to them as an example so that way they can edit it and send it back to you, and you can pick and choose what you like best, give them feedback, let them rework it, let them re-edit it, and see whose style of editing you like best. That's what pretty much everyone does. And if it's in your budget, you can hire yourself an editor. You can even hire someone off of Fiverr, but most people tend to find someone on Upwork, all right? So I'll have that link down below in the description box as well. But the most important thing, guys, be consistent. Once you start, stick with it, stick to it. And if you know you can't do 3 videos or 2 videos a week, commit to at least 1. Just start from somewhere and continue to grow, all right? So you don't want to put out a really, really good video, you get a lot of followers, or you get a lot of viewers. Now, most time people are not going to follow you right away, so do not get discouraged. They have to get to know you. They got to warm up to you. People watch my video sometimes for over a year and they say, man, I never subscribed, now let me subscribe. Sometimes people will, you know, they gotta watch you for a while, all right? They gotta see if you're authentic or not. So just be your authentic self, let your personality shine through, and people will gradually start to subscribe, okay? Just keep posting, be consistent, and I'm telling you, you have it in the bag. So YouTube is definitely a journey. I have enjoyed the ride the entire time. I did get monetized really early on, really fast. I can't remember exactly when, but it was just a few months, and I enjoyed the journey. Now, my travel channel got monetized like literally in weeks. I mean, I stopped. I posted videos a while ago and I literally stopped. But once I started doing travel content, my YouTube channel got monetized like after 2 videos, because I was putting out content that I knew people would want to watch. So make sure you're putting out content that you know people are searching for, you know people are interested in. If you yourself wouldn't watch it, then why would someone else? So always be thinking about, what are people watching? What's trending right now? What are people searching for? Always make sure your videos are answering a question, filling a need, filling a void. It has to be something that people want. Keep it simple. Make sure it's searchable. How-to videos are really, really great. How-to videos, okay? Because people are going to be searching how-to, like how to fix a car, how to bake a cake, how to make macaroni and cheese. You know how many people don't know how to make macaroni and cheese and they always searching for that? Just, I'll teach you. I'll teach you. I should do a video on that. But I don't have a cooking channel. So if you are really good at something, just phrase it in a way where people are searching for that type of content and make a video on it. It's really that simple. All right, you want to use things like vidIQ or YouTubeBuddy to help you with your analytics, your SEO, your tags, all that stuff. I'll have information down below so that way you can look into that as well, or you can just search those topics if you want to dive deeper into analytics on YouTube. Okay, this was just scratching the surface on how to get you started and how to get you up and running. The YouTube partnership program is awesome. I love it. It's afforded me to, to do what I want, quit my 9-to-5 and work from home, and to be able to, help and teach people via YouTube. So if you want to get monetized, here's what you need to know about the YouTube partnership program to get you started. Here's a brief overview of the YouTube partnership program. First off, you do need to be located where the YouTube partnership program is required. For the eligibility threshold requirements, you do need 1,000 subscribers along with 4,000 watch time hours within 12 months. That's for long form. Or you do need 1,000 subscribers with 10 million valid posts for shorts to be required. Also, you can always go to your creative studio to always check to see when you are eligible for the YouTube partnership program. So I hope this video helped. I hope it was beneficial. You guys have been asking me how to get started on YouTube. The year is almost over. 2025 is almost here, and you still have time to go ahead and get those channels ready. Prepare yourself now. Don't wait till 2025, because that's literally like in 2 weeks or less. So go ahead, start brainstorming, get your content together, get your ideas, get your backdrops together if you have, get your space, and go ahead and get those YouTube channels up and running. So stop overthinking it. Just go ahead, just like Nike said, just do it. There is space for you, all right? And please let me know when you start. Drop your channel names down below if you already thought about it, if you already started it, and you still just, you're like a little hesitant. Go ahead. And remember, you don't have to show your face. There are plenty of no face content channels, music channels that, just work with me doing your hands. There's so many different things that you can do. You want to be different. You want to make sure you're different. So make sure your style is different. You want to say to yourself, what do you want to represent? What do you want people to think about when they think of your channel? Okay, so have all of that in mind. And you guys are going to do well. And I can't wait to see your YouTube channels for 2025.